Hi and welcome. You're listening to the Fix My Brain podcast. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to today's broadcast from fixmybrain.org. We're going to look at cranial nerves today, and if we do a quick internet search, we can find that cranial nerves are the nerves that exit from the brainstem, and there are 12 pairs of those nerves. And they have an impact on things like your vision, your taste, your smell, your hearing, your balance. When there is an impact to your head, either a direct or indirect, the force is transmitted to your brain stem. The brain stem is at the base of the skull and is the beginning of your spinal cord. These 12 pairs of cranial nerves that branch off your brainstem are responsible for many of the body functions, including vision, balance, hearing, speech, swallowing, chewing, facial movements, and regulation of your heart, digestive system, and respiration. In this picture, you can see the colored, highlighted different nerves coming off of the brainstem. Those cranial nerves, again, can be damaged, and the symptoms associated with those cranial nerves can impact areas such as, again, your smell, your facial muscles, your eyes. And so when we go to test cranial nerves, there are things like testing your smell, testing your eye movements, testing your facial expressions, checking your balance, looking at your tongue and your head movements, looking at your speech. And damage to these nerves can either be a result of bruising, stretching, or a loss of blood flow, which results in weakness, numbness, tingling, or pain, and changes function in things like vision, balance, hearing, and speech. At fixmybrain.org on the Test My Brain page, if we scroll halfway down through here, we get to the part where does my brain work? And we start talking about cranial nerve testing for monitoring the progression or worsening of neurological processes. The different neurological processes that we evaluate on this page include eye function, the bite test, looking at your cheek puff or facial muscles, looking at your cranial nerve 10, your vagus nerve, and the uvula, looking at your tongue, which is cranial nerve 12, and then there's the head shake, which is checking for balance and visual challenges, and there's the jaw function or the muscles again in your face. We're going to go through these tests over the next series of videos